Okay, so let's go back. I want to read this one more time. There's something I'm beginning to hate about Torah resource, and that is the Torah observance can be virtually 100% whitewashed of its characteristically Jewish form. There is nothing characteristically Jewish about the Torah. You're right. I don't think that the Torah is Jewish at all. I think it's 100% not Jewish. It was given to the Jewish people. And what was it given to the Jewish people to do? Not to be theirs only, not for them to keep and have it be theirs, but to take to the nations, to give to the nations so that they could see the Messiah Yeshua through it. The Torah is God's culture. It's not Jewish culture. It's God's culture. And we know this from being able to look at Israel today. Go to Israel, walk into Tel Aviv, and tell me that the culture there is Torah. It's not. Just because God's
Jewish people.
You have Jewish people that were chosen. What were they chosen to do? They were chosen to take and let's go to the scriptures. This is in your show notes, by the way. Romans 3:1-2. Paul tells us specifically, then what advantage has the Jew? Or what is the benefit of circumcision? Great in every respect. First of all, that they were entrusted with the oracles of God. Not that God made oracles because of who they were, or that their culture brought forth the oracles of God. No, God had his oracles and gave it to the people. And what was that for? Isaiah 49:6. He says, it is too small a thing that you should be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved ones of Israel. I will also make you a light of the nations so that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth. So the light goes to the nations. It's not that Israel keeps it and it's only theirs and you have to be, you have to be Jewish to be able to enjoy it. The culture that comes from Torah is God's culture.
Just this morning I was having coffee with a good friend and we were reading Habakkuk chapter 1 in Hebrew. And Habakkuk chapter 1 is when this is right at the end of the first temple period, right? Right at the end of Solomon's temple. And he knows Babylon's coming and is going to destroy it. And he knows why. He says the Torah has become tafug. Torah is what it says. It means has become weak or has become muted, and that the mishpat judgment does not go out to its end because the judges are wicked and corrupt, and they're preventing God's revealed word, His law, from actually affecting society, and so the poor and the marginalized are not getting justice that God's law demands. Why? Because the judges are in the way. And this is part of the crisis that Habakkuk is praying about. How long, O Lord, right? And so we could pause right there at the end of the first temple period. So David's already been here, Solomon, all the kings of Judea, and the northern kingdom's already been wiped out by the Assyrians. And you have Habakkuk saying, look, God's Torah is not being taught by the Judean judges themselves. So that means for him, the Torah, would Habakkuk say the Torah has Jewish characteristics? Well, you would have to say, okay, well, what do you mean by that? Well, no, ultimately Habakkuk would say, no, it's God's Torah, and that the Jews who have been in charge are accepting bribes. They're showing respect of persons, and so righteousness is not being actually legislated so that the righteous actually get vindicated and the wicked actually get condemned. Rather, you have the wicked getting justified, right? You have people who are criminals and should go to pay the penalty are actually getting off, and that right there is a picture of, you could say the same complaint there. You could go in Habakkuk's time. He's like, where's the Torah? Well, it's not about this putting an ethnic name on it. It's God's revealed word and His will, and the people of God acting in accordance to it.
Now That's not to say that the Jewish people don't have an advantage. Paul says it right there in Romans 3:1, right? Their advantage is much in every way, that they were given the oracles of God. In other words, they hold the oracles, and they are now supposed to take them out to the nations.
And
they're accountable for it.
Right.
This is an advantage. I'm not trying to downplay the importance of the chosen people of God. That is Israel taking the Torah to the nations. But believers can then attach themselves to Israel. Rob and I have talked many times about the idea that we have. It's not replacement theology. We don't believe in replacement theology. We believe in enlargement theology, right? That is that
I will gather more to them that are gathered. Like
exactly.
Isaiah.
Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure to share and like this video, and don't forget to hover over this round thing and click the subscribe button. That way you'll never miss another video from the Rob and Caleb Show.